Bienvenidos to a new episode of Ready, Set, Ascender. Bienvenidos a su programa bilingüe de ACC Ready, Set, Ascender. Soy Alejandra Polchik, manager de Ascender, y conmigo está mi mejor aliada, Diana Gorostieta Martínez, coordinadora de Ascender. ¿Cómo estás hoy, Diana? Platícanos.
Hola a todos and hola Ale. No lie, I'm feeling great because we're halfway through the semester, and even though it can be daunting for students because of the midterms, of course, it's understandable. All of the events from February leading up to spring break have energized us to, help the students finish strong.
Así debe de ser, fuerte. Tienes toda la razón, ya que la energía de estos eventos puede ser realmente contagiosa. Es increíble cómo un poquito de descanso y fiesta, por supuesto, nos puede levantar los ánimos a todos, a superar todos los retos y además todas las expresiones de amor, ¿no? De San Valentín, del Día del Amor y la Amistad. Nos dio la oportunidad de tener conversaciones muy importantes sobre la salud sexual y sobre todo el bienestar general.
Thank you for bringing that point up of the importance of having conversations about sexual health and well-being, because one of the events we had in February was the 6th annual Sex Education session. We partnered with Talk About It and the Truth and Racial Healing Center to make this event open to everyone. So not only ACC students, but the community as well. There were 3 professionals who were presenting on their area of expertise, including the rights and responsibilities in Title IX, the psychological aspects of intimacy, and insights on the prevention and awareness of STDs.
Claro que sí, el Sex Education Section, como le llamamos, fue una experiencia en la que aprendimos bastante y es fundamental para atender la educación sexual. El bienestar entre nuestros estudiantes es muy importante para nosotros, así que a nosotros nos fascina, nos encanta organizar eventos que ayuden a crear conciencia, que informen y brinden recursos a nuestra comunidad universitaria.
Yes, and for those who were not able to join us in person, we streamed the session live where other campuses such as El Centro at Riverside and Student Life at Hayes hosted watch parties, allowing more students to tune in and ask their questions anonymously.
Entonces, si te lo perdiste este año, no te preocupes, porque tenemos este evento anualmente en febrero alrededor de San Valentín.
But don't wait until next February, because Talk About It is a year-long sexual health program that helps students to prevent unplanned pregnancies and sexual transmitted infections. Check their email down below to contact them with any questions or concerns you might have. Another event we had was the Affinity Team Kick-off, and Ale was there. Ale, do you want to share a little bit about it?
Claro que sí, no me lo pude perder. El Affinity Team Kick-off fue una gran experiencia porque nuestros estudiantes tuvieron la oportunidad de conectarse con otros compañeros de ACC. Ahí pudieron obtener información sobre otros departamentos que son cruciales para su desarrollo y también, lo más importante, que conocieran a los profesores, Diana. Me puso tan contenta, tan feliz ver a nuestros ascendistas salir de su zona de confort, saludar a los maestros, hablar cara a cara y en persona con representantes de diferentes programas.
Yes, and for those who don't know, Ascender is part of the ABC Affinity programs, which stands for Ascender, Brass, and Career Scholars. We came together and organized this spring kickoff where students could network with other ACC students and get more information about other crucial departments and meet faculty. And as Alice said, we love seeing our Ascenders get out of their comfort zone and, put themselves out there. But now it's time to move on to News Rapido. So grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into our News Rapido segment.
Ay, sí, qué rico, un cafecito. Vámonos a News Rápido. Es el mejor momento para vivir en Austin ahora, ya que hay mucho sucediendo en la ciudad. Tantos eventos como South by Southwest en marzo, el Festival de Blues de Austin en abril, el Festival de Comedia en Moon Tower, el eclipse total en abril, por nombrar solo algunos. En esta hermosa ciudad definitivamente no nos aburrimos porque siempre algo está pasando.
And that's one of the many things that I love about Austin. There's always so much to do. In addition to what Ale mentioned, there's also free music at Central Market on North Lamar, which is family-friendly and free. And I know this isn't just happening in Austin, but there's a solar eclipse happening on April 8th between 1 to 2 p.m. that we're really excited about. It will be fully visible from almost all ACC campuses, and you'll be able to pick up a pair of glasses to watch it from all campuses as well. And Ale, do you watch solar or lunar eclipses?
Fíjate que sí. Desde que era niña, mi padre nos levantaba en la madrugada a ver los eclipses afuera de la ciudad de donde yo vivía, en Chihuahua, y nos encantaba esa aventura de ver el cielo. Nos ayudaba a contemplar el universo. Y tú tampoco te lo puedes perder, porque para ver este eclipse tienes que usar lentes y ACC te los va a proporcionar en cada campus para que puedas ser testigo de este maravilloso acontecimiento de nuestro planeta.
Amigos, in recent news, a free tuition proposal was brought to the Board of Trustees by ACC Chancellor Dr. Russell Lowery Hart. Learn more about the proposal as it moves forward at austincc.edu/free tuition. Ale, how does that sound?
Diana, eso es música para mis oídos, la mejor noticia del año. Imagínate poder ir a la escuela sin tener que preocuparte por pagar. Esta propuesta fue hecha por el nuevo presidente de ACC, Dr. Russell, así le voy a decir, ya que beneficia a todos los estudiantes egresados de preparatoria en 2024 y también a los que están fuera del distrito de ACC. Hay que recordar que esto es un piloto y es una propuesta que será sujeta a ser aceptada por la mesa directiva y se destinarán fondos, como lo dijiste, gracias al House Bill número 8. Como mencionamos, la propuesta fue hecha por Russell, como le gusta que le digan, ya que su liderazgo está basado en amor. ¿Y qué mejor manera de demostrar este sentimiento a nuestra comunidad que subsidiando el costo de la matrícula?
In other news, ACC is looking for homes for animals cared by the veterinary and technology students. These dogs have undergone leash training and socialization. They have been microchipped and have received medical care, including vaccinations and heartworm prevention. They are ready to go, and all they're missing is a lovely home.
¡Wow! Ya están listos para que te los lleves a tu casa. ACC está buscando hogares para estos animalitos que son cuidados por estudiantes en el programa de veterinaria. Trabajamos con el shelter en Bastrop y si no puedes adoptar ahorita, puedes donar comida, cosas para limpiar y obviamente los shelters siempre necesitan dinero. Puedes donar $1 o $50, lo que tú puedas. Cada dólar cuenta. Así que, por favor, consideren donar.
Absolutely. As Alice said, they are accepting pet food, cleaning supplies, and even monetary donation. Every dollar counts. For more information, you can visit austincc.edu/pets. Let's find some pets new homes.
Vamos. Ahora vamos a hablar sobre otro recurso importante para nuestros estudiantes, las despensas de alimentos. ACC ofrece varias opciones para aquellos que necesitan apoyo con la comida.
Of course, ACC has partnered with Central Texas Food Bank, El Buen Samaritano, and HCCM's Fresh Food for All to host grocery pickup programs at various campuses where students, faculty, staff, and the general public can pick up free groceries including fresh produce, proteins, dairy, grains, and much more.
¡Qué padre! Estas son excelentes noticias, sobre todo porque puedes tener acceso a comida saludable y gratuita. ¿Y cómo pueden los estudiantes obtener más información sobre estas despensas de alimentos y otros recursos relacionados, Diana?
Yes, for more information about the food pantries and to find food options near you, visit austincc.edu/support.
Bueno, here at ACC estamos comprometidos a apoyar a nuestros estudiantes para que puedan enfocarse en sus estudios y tener éxito en la universidad. Siempre hay muchas oportunidades en ACC y les recomendamos que estén pendientes de ello y visiten nuestra página de internet austincc.edu/calendars para que se enteren de todo y no se pierdan nada de esta información.
And with this, we wrap up the news Rapido and move on to our Students in Action. Let's go.
¡Vamos!
Today we are featuring Bianca Pinto de La Paz, a resilient and driven Ascender student majoring in government here at ACC. Originally from Tepic, Nayarit, Mexico, Bianca is the first in her family to pursue a college education, serving as an inspiration for her siblings and beloved daughter. Beyond her academic pursuits, Bianca is also passionate about running, having discovered her love for 5K marathons in 2021 following the pandemic, and she hasn't looked back since.
Sí, hoy estamos contentísimos de tener a Bianca Flor. Bienvenida a esta tu casa. Una estudiante, como lo dijo Diana, de Tepic, Nayarit, una madre con muchos sueños y una corredora de la vida y también de maratones de 5 kilómetros. Qué gusto tenerte aquí. Es un placer. Bienvenida a esta tu casa, Isabel Alexander. Hemos preparado unas preguntas para ti.
Gracias, Diana. Gracias, Alejandra, por tenerme aquí. Me siento muy orgullosa y honorada de estar aquí.
Tienes muchos títulos. Veo que tienes un título pues, de estudiante, eres una soñadora oficial, una riverbat, una sender student, una madre. ¿Qué estrategias han sido para ti las más efectivas para poder manejar tu tiempo, tus responsabilidades como mamá y tus compromisos? ¿Cómo le haces? ¿Cuáles son tus estrategias?
Fíjate, Alejandra, que una de las estrategias que me ha ayudado bastante es mantener un horario, ser muy organizada con un horario, tener una agenda.
Claro.
Estando en ACC aprendí que time management es muy importante, especialmente si prácticamente eres mamá, estudiante y claro, tus vidas, tus cosas personales, ¿verdad? Como tener una rutina.
Claro.
Como hacer, por ejemplo, poner las cosas principales en prioridad y las que siguen y así vas. No estoy diciendo que es fácil, ¿verdad? Es difícil, ¿verdad? Porque somos humanos y cometemos errores y así, ¿verdad? Pero eso me ha ayudado mucho, ser organizada y tener una agenda.
Estrellita en la frente.
So you mentioned that it takes a lot of time management, and to run 5Ks, I'm assuming it takes time management to do that, go to school, and a lot of dedication. Is there a memorable experience, that you can share with us about you running a 5K?
Yes, that will be the time that I ran a 5K with my daughter. It was the Girls on the Run. It was a really important event for me because I got the opportunity to do something really important with my daughter. And also, both of us got to experience that relationship, because I always like to be close with my daughter. Like, I want her to always see that anything is possible, that, it takes dedication, like you said, Diana, and it's all in your mind. I mean, it's all in your mind. Sometimes your mind tells you, oh, you cannot do it and stuff like that, but you are able to do it because that day, it was just an amazing day. And we had a blast. Yes.
And how do you manage to incorporate that with school as well? Because, you have to practice to get to that stage of 5K.
Yes, so what I actually do, like I said before, I learned how to manage my time. So first, I did my stuff that it was important. So for example, I always do my daughter's stuff, like her homework, study with her, and then my stuff for my school, and then work and stuff like that. And then after night or stuff like that, I go outside and run. I run as, for example, at night, and sometimes I have to make that, goal to wake up early, of course, and for example, ride around 7 in the morning or even 5:30 in the morning, so that way I can, yes.
Wow, 5:30 in the morning.
Yes, it's a big, really accomplishment because it's something that I love to do.
Claro.
And when you love to do something, yeah, you do it.
Qué bonito y qué padre que tengas esa disciplina. Bueno, ahora vamos a cambiar un poquito de tema y quiero que nos platiques acerca de cómo escogiste ACC, o sea, cómo llegaste a ACC.
Yo escogí ACC porque quería un futuro mejor para mí y para mi hija, especialmente económicamente, y quería educarme. Yo siempre a mí me ha gustado la escuela, siempre me ha gustado la escuela. Yo cuando me salí de high school, yo siempre decía que quería ser una paralegal, quería trabajar alrededor donde hay una diferencia, ¿verdad? Entonces como que no me sentía feliz en el lugar donde estaba. Entonces dije, es un cambio, Bianca, tienes que hacer un cambio en tu vida, no por ti, pero por tu hija principalmente. Y entonces escogí ACC porque ACC es muy flexible, el horario es muy flexible, me da tiempo para mí, me da tiempo para mi hija, no estoy muy lejos con ella, estoy cerca con ella. So, esa flexibilidad, por eso escogí ACC, y porque ACC es como mi segundo hogar para mí. Es mi segundo hogar, es una comunidad muy bonita y me encanta estar aquí.
Me alegro que hayas encontrado.
Sí.
That's very inspiring, and that you started here at ACC. And we know that government wasn't your first, major, your choice here. How do you go on about changing it? Like, what impacted you to make that decision, the courage? And is there any advice you would give another student who's probably wondering, what do I do?
Yeah, I decided to change majors mainly because I want to be part of a place that is going to be making changes, especially in society. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I just want to be part of a team that is going to, for example, I want to be working, my dream job is be working at the Capitol in the immigration field. So with a politician, I want to start as an assistant, hopefully, when I graduate from here, when I get my associates, and then move forward. Also, what motivated me was my professors that I saw that they have supported me until now, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to pursue that dream, And the advice I would give other students that are in the same situation I am is like don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and it's never too late. Mm-hmm. It's never too late. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel unsure of what you want to do, don't be afraid to change it, because you have to do something that you love, and basically not gonna do forever, but to be coming in to that place happy every day and motivated. So.
Well, you're definitely taking advantage of all the resources here at ACC.
Yes.
And of course, one of the resources is Ascender. You're an Ascender student. You were like perfect attendance on all of our events. I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure I'm not lying about that. But what was the event that stood out to you the most? Like out of the whole academic year, what Ascender event was like out there?
The Ascender, that event that I really impacted me was the celebración of Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. It was I got really, how can I say this? Inspired, because it was a moment that I could share my accomplishments with my mom and my daughter, which are, my mom is my main support until now, and my daughter, of course, because I want her to see that all the accomplishments I have made. And all the sacrifices are for her, and I'm not gonna stop it till I have my goal accomplished.
Ay, girl, you're gonna make me cry.
It's very powerful, just because you received that stole as well.
It's just it can look like a stole, right? But it's more than a stole. It's all my sacrifices, my pulling on my hair and stuff, crying because I couldn't do this. But at the end, I could do it. And every time I see that store in my room, it's in there in my room, I see, wow, yeah, you have become so far, Bianca, so don't stop.
And Ale likes to call it the engagement ring.
Es como, estás comprometida
Yeah.
con tus estudios y contigo misma.
Yes,
¿verdad?
así es.
Bueno, y ahora nos vamos a hablar del futuro. Dinos, ¿qué piensas hacer después de ACC? ¿Piensas trabajar? ¿Piensas transferirte? ¿Cuáles son tus planes?
Mis planes, quiero agarrar mis asociados, quiero completar mis asociados en ACC, y quiero agarrar un trabajo, quiero trabajar en el Capitolio como asistente para un político, y sí quiero un four-year college, quiero seguir estudiando, sí quiero transferirme a otro colegio, seguir estudiando y seguir aprendiendo y evolucionar mi aprendizaje.
¿Qué te gustaría estudiar si te transfirieras?
Gobierno todavía.
Gobierno. Qué inspiración, ¿verdad?
I feel like inspired every single time I hear you, honestly, because you're just a story, and it's just very powerful, and I'm glad that other students are going to be able to hear from you.
Thank you, Diana.
Bueno, ahorita esta pregunta es abierta. ¿Hay algo más que quieras agregar? ¿Algo más que le quieras decir a las personas que nos están viendo? ¿Qué te gustaría decirnos ahora?
Yo quería nada más decirles a todos los estudiantes que miren esto, y a todos, ¿verdad? Que no se den por vencidos, que le echen ganas, que no tengan miedo a preguntar preguntas, y muy importante esto, involucrarse en la escuela, porque eso te va a abrir muchas puertas. Y mírenme a mí, por ejemplo, estoy ahorita aquí y no pienso parar hasta seguir completando mis metas.
Ahora sí que sí, ascender para arriba.
Así es.
Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Te agradecemos que hayas compartido este tiempo con nosotros.
Gracias, Alejandra.
Yes. Thank you so much. You're honestly very inspiring.
Thank you, Diana.
Today in our segment En la Comunidad, we are featuring Mexic-Arte Museum.
This museum, founded and established as a nonprofit in 1984, is dedicated to cultural preservation and community enrichment through innovative exhibitions and educational programming. I'm excited to hear what they have to share with us, so let's go to downtown Austin, to Congress Avenue, and check them out.
Vamos a verlo. El día de hoy estamos visitando Mexic-Arte, la galería aquí en Austin, Texas, en el centro de Texas. And we're so excited to share with you all of the wonderful things that happen in this place, from exhibits, events, film screenings. And with us is Isabel Cervantes. Muchísimas gracias por tenernos aquí. So he's going to tell us more about Mexic-Arte. Tell us a story about this place and what happened here.
Mexic-Arte was founded in 1984 by Silvia Orozco, Pio Pulido, and Sam Coronado. This place was envisioned as a place, a cultural institution, focusing on Latin American, Mexican culture and arts.
Excelente. I remember Sam Coronado. I met him, and he was an ACC professor.
Yes, he was. He was very much an important person in the community and in the larger art community, especially the larger Chicano art community.
That's what I was going to ask you. Why is this space so important for the Austin community?
Throughout the entire country, there's maybe a handful of institutions like this one that affirm people's identities.
Exactly.
So having such a location, in central Austin, downtown Austin, you just a stone's throw away from the capital, is really such a important and rare and vital thing.
It's a important statement for the city, like the welcomes, it's inclusive. So tell us about your job.
A curator would be a person that would do research about exhibitions. They would conceptualize exhibitions, and then eventually would make art selections and design exhibitions. Curator is much more than that now. It's much more all-encompassing. The curator might have their hands also in education, helping with education, programming, maybe development, helping with grant writing, maybe with registration, especially at a small institution. There's such a amount of work that we all have to help each other. So it very much is a team effort to get...
It's a collaboration.
To get everything done, absolutely.
Sounds like a very cool job.
It is very much.
How can I become a curator? How can a student become a curator?
If a student wants to become a curator and they're intent on curating shows, the advice I give usually is you should be curating. And what I mean by that is that if you have art friends, friends that are artists, that are students as well, find a place to show your work. If that means, an apartment space, like art show, I've seen really good apartment shows.
Wow.
If it means you can talk to an owner of a coffee shop and have a show in a coffee shop or a little bar, you should be curating. There's lots of resources online that are free for how to curate and how to do all the technical things, like get everything leveled and get all the labels printed, and how to write really good artist statements and bios and exhibition statements. There's lots of free resources. So if you're intent on curating, you should be curating.
Let's go under the current exhibition. It's so beautiful, and it's like different perspectives of Austin, from bats to sports to music to even Barton Springs. I mean, it's so beautiful. Tell us a little bit about it. What is this?
Sure. The current exhibition, current banner exhibition is called Mix and Mash. It's called Celebrating Austin. We have a different theme every year. Mix and Mash is an art sale. It's the last exhibition that we do to raise funds for our arts programming and exhibitions. We are generously sponsored by Ampersand Art Supply and Elaine Salazar, the owner of Ampersand. And from the sales, an artist is able to donate 60% of the sale of their artwork to the museum's programs, education programs, and exhibition programs.
And tell us about the action. What events you are planning this year?
Our biggest event of the year, I think, especially worth noting, is Viva la Vida.
Viva la Vida Fest.
So this is it's a big festival we have every year. It's usually the last weekend in October, and it's a celebration of Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And I think last year we had something like 20,000 people show up that day. It's a big parade.
Yeah.
And then we have a festival with music, live music, and food vendors and art vendors. It's just a wonderful event.
I participated several years ago, and I bring my family, and we dress up with calaveras. We even brought a group of students from ACC, and it was so much fun. It's a wonderful event. Bueno, Isabel, so tell me about, I understand that there's some workshops or programs. Tell me all about it.
Sure. So we have some workshops coming up in the summer as part of our upcoming exhibition. These are called media mixers. So these will be evenings, like 3-hour sessions in the evening. We'll invite some artists to come and work with the audience. And people coming to those evenings will be nice. There'll be some music and some food.
Oh, I'm going to be checking your website.
Yes, check our website. The easiest way to keep up with us is on our website and get our newsletter.
Oh, okay.
And our newsletter has all the upcoming events and all the upcoming exhibitions and things.
I'll make sure to join that newsletter. So last question. How can ACC students be involved in this wonderful place?
Well, starting with like knowledge is, knowing when things are coming up. That newsletter I think is really important because every month we put up what's coming up, especially programs that people can volunteer for. If people are interested in getting involved with that as volunteers, maybe from ACC,
Claro.
they can reach out to our education curator, Luisa Fernanda Perez. And then also, for the first time, we were able to do a small cohort of semester by semester paid interns.
Oh, wonderful.
So I know your ACC students, some of them are interested maybe in careers in the museum, curatorial, registration, development, preparation, so they can apply for those internships now.
Excellent, because everything starts with volunteering. You can start giving your time, learning, exchanging, collaborating, and who knows, maybe you can be an intern and eventually you become a curator.
Sure, absolutely.
But ya lo saben, chicos, chicas, señores, señoras, Mexic-Arte está aquí en Austin y es un tesoro en nuestra comunidad. Visítenlo, vean su página de internet y inscríbanse a la newsletter para que se enteren de todos los recursos. Muchísimas gracias por su tiempo y para la próxima nos vemos aquí.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Muchísimas gracias a Bianca, Pinto y a Mexic-Arte por ver este episodio con nosotros. Y para cerrar, no se olviden de visitar la página de Ascender, austincc.edu/ascender. Y recuerden que ACC te puede ayudar a lograr tus sueños, porque en ACC empiezas aquí y llegas lejos.
That's right. Remember that you can watch this show and many others on ACC TV's broadcast channels, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.
Adiós.